Hey yo, what it is? It's your boy Jugs Diamonds, and right now you're fucking with DJ Quan in the mixtape show. You see that shit right here? You see that? You see that? You understand that shit? Respect this shit. Brooklyn, Dallas, you already Texas, the whole world. Respect this shit right here. Back block gang, bitch. Aye.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the Mixtape Show Artist of the Week interview, man. And this week's Artist of the Week is no stranger. He's one of the, I was just saying, he's one of the OG guests who's been on the show. One of my first interviews I had when we went to an interview platform. And the brother always comes back, and every time he comes back, he brings more heat. And this time is no different. We played one of the joints off this new project. We probably leaked it, because it's not out yet. But we leaked one of his joints, the 100 joint off this project. Project is called Hustla's Renaissance Volume 1. He goes by the name of King Shampz. He is back in the building. Welcome back, my brother. Welcome back, man.
Oh man, it's always good when you back with family, man. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. We back like we never left, like baby.
Yeah, man.
Come on now.
It's always about the city of brotherly love is true when it comes to this brother, man. It's
for sure.
And Philly in general, brother. Just before for those who may know, Philly is. It's tagged as the city of brotherly love. And every time I deal with any artist who's from the city, nothing but love, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys always show me love when I come in town. It's like family. It's like a second home for me. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you as always, man, in the camp and Dead Wrong Records. And you guys are still out there busting them in the ass, and we're gonna talk about this new joint, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure, for sure. This is something different, man. Yeah. I think this is my best work to date, man. So I'm excited. I'm glad you leaked it. We wanted you to go on ahead and leak it. That's the purpose of this shit. Absolutely. It's like, yo, somebody got to go on ahead and hear this. Yeah, I mean, just before we drop it, kind of the calm before the storm type time. Absolutely. So yeah, for sure.
So before we get into this one, let's talk about the gaps in between, man. How long was it before you guys dropped the last project? You remember when you dropped the last joint?
I'd say Dawn of the Dead. The first joint was 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, first joint was 2020. We did a little bit of work. It was dropping singles in between, stuff like that. And then we came back with a slew of projects in 2024. Okay. Roz Corleone dropped The Beginnings. We had a project EP. Dead Wrong, Rise of the Wrong was on there. Couple of joints. It was called Murder Files, actually. That was the project's name. All of that is available on, any streaming platform. Y'all want to go in there and check that out, please do. It's incredible bodies of work. Yeah. And we just was putting in the work and trying to figure out not necessarily our sound, but how we were going to get the sound to the people more so. Because you know how this game is now, man. It's based off of the algorithms and all this other nonsense bullshit. Yeah. So you got to figure it out, though. If you want to be successful, you got to figure it out, right?
Figure it out.
So that's kind of been the little space, I guess you can say, as far as the productivity part of it. But now that we've finally got a beat on different things, we've been kind of taking matters into our own hands as far as the marketing and promotion aspect of it, bringing a series like Bars from the Block that we've been doing pretty consistently, really getting a lot of people excited and bringing anticipation to the project. We've been rolling in the right direction. And Hustla's Renaissance, we wanted to drop at the top of the year because, Clips killed it last year. I wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, much respect to them. It's no use in even fighting an unwinnable war there. You know what I'm saying? As far as trying to jump out there with them and this, that, and the third. But at the beginning of this year, ain't nobody fucking with that shit. If you've heard it, you know it for sure.
Yeah, and we'll definitely get into that, man. So let me ask you this, man. Like you said, in between figuring out the things and kind of not rebranding your label and you as an artist, but while figuring out the game plan and the four pillars of the company. What is that, man? What is Dead Wrongs Records' mission statement? What is that sound that you want to get out to the people? If you can explain that, what is the game plan now as far as you guys kind of think you got it figured out? So what is that to the people that you want them to know about Dead Wrong Records, King Shampz, and your sound?
Oh man, first and foremost, that's a brilliant question. That's why we're here, right? You know what I mean? The professionals are here, so make sure y'all taking note. To be honest, man, the mission statements never change. It's to dominate, is to bring back a certain level of lyricism, a certain level of hip hop that everybody can appreciate, and not only do that, but make it new, make it fresh, make it something that's different, where it still has the principles, it still has the core values of what you want from MC and what you want from producing and hooks and stuff like that, what we have grown to love, but it's still accessible. You can play it for your kid, you can play it for your dad, you can play it for your mom, you know, you can play it in the strip club. Hell, if it's some church people that ain't too crazy, you know what I mean, they can listen to it too. So it has a certain level of accessibility to it, and I believe that more so now than ever because of how weak the game is and how diluted the product is, that now that we coming with some clean water to you, you gonna throw that dark water away. You gonna say, oh, this Flint shit got to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? Give me some clean water. I need clean water today. So that's what we're providing, man. And I feel like more so than ever this year, I think we're really going to show that. And the game's wide open for us, man. So we're excited, and we feel like this new sound that we're bringing to people, the people are fucking with it. They've always fucked with our sound, but now putting together, like you said, the marketing and promotion with the sound now, I feel like the mission statement's never, it's never been more bright for us to execute, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And you mentioned earlier too the clips, and you know, Mass Appeal had their run last year where they showed, you know, they basically gave the stage to the vets in the game who are still consistent, putting out quality more. So I'm gonna take them out because that's not the level we at. We on this underground level. And I'm a huge fan of crews. I'm a huge fan of indie labels, and I'm a huge fan of self-made artists, right? Dead Wrong Records to me is one of those crews, clicks, labels that I feel like should be on everybody's realm, because you guys have your sound. The sound is now enhanced a little bit, and we'll talk about that with the project here in a little bit. For Dead Wrong Records to be in the forefront 2026 coming out, man, how are you feeling about that right now? Because I know you said you're excited about it, but how are you feeling when you're looking across and maybe somebody who could be comparable to what y'all are doing? What's going to separate the Dead Wrong Records movement right now for everybody else right now?
Oh man, again, brilliant question, man. Brilliant question. I just love the questions. It's like it makes you stay in that mode. You know what I mean? As an artist, like that's how we should be talking. You know what I mean? That energy. To be honest, man, I don't see nobody fucking with us, man. I think everyone's had their run. To be very honest, I feel like what I've been listening to in the underground, it hasn't really been outside, like you said, the legends. And I'm glad you prefaced that, where it's like, these guys are the legends over here. We got to put them over here. Let's talk about the people that's within this grouping of motherfuckers.
Within our ecosystem, right?
Within the ecosystem. They're not fucking with us, man. We bad for the environment for these boys, man. We just bad for the environment. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like right now I'm at the peak of my powers from an MC's perspective. I feel like I can show any kind of style, and I think that's one thing that I did with this EP on Hustla's Renaissance is I'm going to show you everything that I can do. I can rap slow, I can rap fast, I can be in the pocket, I can scramble, I can do it all. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's being exhibited on this project. And right now, me and my brother was just talking about it. It's like, yo, you look at these other crews that's had their runs, word to them, they've had their runs, but they corny, to be honest, to me. I'm not really hearing nothing that's really like shaking up anything. I hear them being consistent. I hear them putting out music, and it's not bad music, but it's not pushing the needle at all. With what we're putting together with this project, is pushing the needle, and it's pushing it past the universe now. Now we're in Saturn, now we're going to Pluto with it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel excited. I'm like, yo, they soft out here. Like they don't look strong. They don't sound strong. And we're hungry, and we're not only hungry for the success, but we have that mission statement that's driving us where it's like, yo, this is the way it's supposed to be done.
Absolutely.
You talk about like, you know, Wu-Tang still being out here, Ghostface having a whole great release last year, and he's 30 plus in this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be able to have those kinds of runs and have that kind of stand power, and that's something that we've been building to have.
Yeah.
And now, like I said, with these people that's out here within us, name me a rapper that's better than me right now.
Yeah.
Out of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can go and get him, then we need to go record for record.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's something I'm gonna be doing too, and I'm announcing this here and now, where it's gonna be like, for any of y'all that had this issue or had this problem, we'll have an indie versus. I'll play your records on my shit. Let the people decide.
Absolutely.
No bias. Not that his name bigger or we know XYZ. Can he go?
Yeah.
Can he play?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the time we on, man.
The catalog is always important, right? You gotta have that catalog. You gotta have it stacked. And it's crazy, man, because like me and my crew, like I don't know if I ever told you, like I do beats and I have my little boom bap alumni crew, and we kind of, when we put music out, we got the blinders on, right? This is our lane. We stick here, right? And I love watching other people do their thing because they stay in their lane. Like there's a crew out in Boston I love. They call the Knuckle Draggers. They got their thing. My man Bad Seed, who's a legend in NYC, he got his 6-man entertainment. They stay in their lane. You guys, y'all do y'all thing. And it makes me appreciate it because it reminds me of the 90s hip hop where everybody kind of stayed within their lane, but they respected everybody's work. You know what I'm saying? And it's when I hear this project right here, Hustlers Renaissance Volume 1, bro. And I'm glad you did it as an EP, right? Because you're giving us just enough. You're not giving us too much, but you making us want more, right? It's kind of like that Illmatic effect where Nas dropped that, it was 10 joints. And back then in that time period, the album was considered too short because everybody was like, yo, man, what, this is it? You know, but it has that playback factor, and that's what you want, right? Production is handled by your brother as always, right? Still
yes, sir.
And to me, I don't know if maybe I just didn't pay attention. Your brother's been on the mic a lot too on this project, right? He's doing a lot more.
Oh, he does every hook.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I just never really paid attention, but to me it stands out more on this project. You know what I'm saying with this. And you guys, you checked all the boxes, man. You got the aggressive joints. You got the street anthems. You know what I mean? You got the thought provoking joints with Struggle and Tears, which is dope. Tell me about when you put this together, man. When you put this together sonically, what was you guys thinking initially before you even started writing the verse? Did you already know sonically how you wanted this to sound?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that you have to have a certain level of preparation in order to be great. You know what I'm saying? So you have to like premeditate every fucking thing. You know what I mean? And one thing we wanted to do is we wanted to show versatility, not only from, you know, me being an MC, but also from Azan's production perspective, where it's like he's showing off how he can do different hooks. You know what I mean? How he can do different productions, how we can slide in the pocket. Our ad-libs are different on every song. You know, everything is detailed, but it's different. So we wanted to kind of show versatility going in, and we wanted to have that pop. I feel like in hip-hop, from the production standpoint, we're missing that. You know, it's too much drumless shit, and the thing is, it's like that's not what hip hop is about. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to make drumless shit be pushed. Like that's where hip hop started. Where that's not true.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So again, we wanted to kind of modernize our sound, where it's not just traditional boom bap, but it's from that elk. You know what I mean? It's from that same formula. We just fucking with it a little bit more. You know, it's like scientists in the laboratory. We're just creating a new will, man.
Yeah, you guys.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys got some crazy bass lines on all these joints too. That's the first thing I picked up on.
The
bass lines are crazy on this project.
No, this shit is going thump. Like every time you put our music on, this is what we call it. And I'm gonna be very honest with you, bro. We call this shit stadium music. Where it's like if you put this shit on in a stadium, it's gonna have this shit rocking. As opposed to you put some of these other motherfuckers on, you may go to sleep in that bitch, man. You know what I mean? Just keep it at 100. Hip hop was exciting at one point in time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Not only from the production, but the rapper giving energy. I wanted to make sure I gave energy to every track. Even if you talking about from a Don Juan to like a Struggling Tears on the joint, those are two totally different records, two totally different energies, but you're like, yo, this motherfucker's spitting on each one.
Yeah.
Damn, the production is dope on each one. I feel the hook on each one.
Yeah.
So that was something we was going for sure, where it's like, yo, like from the initial thought process, it's like, yo, we going for a kill shot.
Yeah.
Because the game, again, is weak right now. We got to go for that knockout.
Absolutely.
Like right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I love that you guys aren't doing the copycat league thing where everybody say, oh, that's popping over there, let's try that. Nah, you guys are like, stay in our zone, create our own thing. Let's bring Philly into this, you know what I'm saying? And let's hit him in the head with this joint. Like you said, stadium music is a perfect analogy for this, bro, because everything hits, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you got them old school Jettas, you know what I'm saying, them Nissan Maxima music, you know what I'm saying? The joint hits, man.
It's in there, facts.
So when's the official release for this joint?
January 27th.
Okay.
This month. Yeah, January 27th. Extremely excited about it. And everybody that has heard it like yourself is extremely excited about it. And I know once the people get to it and it's heavily promoted the way we're planning to promote, man, it's going to be the project of the year.
Yeah.
Definitely EP of the year for sure.
Absolutely. And you guys going to do visuals for this too, or how's that going?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, got to get those visuals out, but be smart with the visuals. You know what I mean? It's a different game. You got to chop shit down to bacon bits because everybody's attention span is 0.3 seconds and shit.
Yeah.
So you got to hit motherfuckers like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So definitely getting some visuals together and chopping them down and really making those visuals work for us. So yeah, I'm excited, man. January 27th.
I like that. So attention span. We this is always a conversation I have with my people too, man. It's you want to stay true to yourself, but you kind of have to yield a little bit to consumption, how people consume music. How did you guys learn to kind of flip that switch a little bit and kind of yield to that? And then for this project, what's some of the details that not too detaily, but what's some things that you learned? Okay, this is how we're gonna have to get our people's attention with this project. With this,
again, it's a constant, as you well know. Like you say, you talking to your peoples, and anybody that's a creative today, we're all having some form of that conversation, right? Where we like, how the fuck are we gonna get this shit to these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna get our product where it needs to be, right? So the first step we wanted to go on ahead and do is just do some form of guerrilla marketing where it's like, hey, I'm sending my links all over the place. Hey, motherfucker, I rap. What's going on? You can call it spam and I'll call it planning. You can do it is what it is, right? Because the thing is, nobody's helping you push the product. So you're going to have to do something to get it going, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Trying to hit people with the different ads. Actually, my baby brother was telling me and my brother, like, yo, like, y'all need to get on this ad game and really start seeing what's going on with that. So the ad started to help. That was something that helped us immensely. Okay. And then just really game planning a lot better. Really game planning a lot better, thinking smarter and not harder. Absolutely. Where it's like, you know what? If we're going to use this single, we're going to use this single to our advantage. We're going to build this bars from the block thing in order for us to bring in the followers we need, right? Because one thing we know is these are our resources. We can rap. We have cameras. We're from Philly. Cool. These are 3 steps. Everybody's going to check the Philly spitters because they know that we can rap. Okay, cool. Now that I've drawn you in within this freestyle, I've got great music that's behind the freestyle. So now I'm driving the traffic and the flow of traffic in with this kind of game plan, as opposed to just playing accidental basketball where I'm just dribbling and don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's like, no, we dribbling you into this pick. We're going to get off the pick and we're going to shoot this motherfucker. And it's a drive, hang, score, baby.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Like I said, no, people don't like the talent. People don't like the catalog. It's like you said, it's just get it out to the masses and kind of figuring out who's my tribe, right? That's always the most difficult part, is figuring out who's my tribe.
Right.
What's as far as shows, anything you guys gonna want to do some shows, or how we gonna go?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm definitely stepping on stage all 2026 and from here on out. You know, to be honest, I didn't step on too many stages these last couple years due to just a lot of different things.
Life, yeah.
Life for real.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I feel like I'm in the best space of my life mentally and physically, now it's like, you know what? Let's take this shit all the way. You know what I mean? Let's get on every stage. Let's rip it and show this talent that God's given us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man.
Absolutely. So I know this is volume 1. Well, are we talking volume 2 or recording volume 2, or is that already in the cut? Waiting to...
Oh yeah, we cooking that up. Yeah, we cooking that up. We actually gonna be dropping projects all year. Frio, who's still hanging with us here at Dead Wrong, he's gonna be dropping a solo project, and then Azan's gonna be dropping a solo project finally, where it's just gonna be him on there rapping and producing, showing his versatility as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and Azan have a group, and it's crazy because we're pretty much damn near a group. but,
officially, right?
Officially,
yeah.
right. Officially, right. It's going to be MGM.
Okay.
So that's going to be the group's name and everything. So we're planning a couple of title releases and stuff for that. But it's definitely going to be 3 projects outside of Hustla's Renaissance Volume 1. And I'm probably going to be coming out with another project, either Hustla's Renaissance Volume 2 or something different within the year. So, yeah, man, we're going to be flooding with a lot of music, a lot of visuals, and we're going to keep the Bars on the Block thing going as well because, again, that gained a lot of traction. A lot of top DJs, a lot of different people started piquing interest and reposting and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're just going to keep it moving.
Dope. What's the biggest lesson, man? I don't call them L's or losses, but what's the biggest lesson you learned from the last project to this project that helped you get stronger for this release?
Oh man, that's a great question. I would have to say a lesson that was learned is just stay consistent and don't worry about what's going on. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get there when you're gonna get there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I think sometimes with us just as people in life, we're so busy trying to get to the result that we skip over the whole process of the thing.
Absolutely.
And you have to understand it as a process. You're not going to lose 100 pounds overnight, nigga. Yeah. You're not going to learn how to drive a car overnight. Yeah, you're not going to learn how to cook fried chicken overnight.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm learning that now, teaching my baby girl how to skate with roller skates. And I'm just like,
you see what I'm saying?
I'll tell us, we gotta take our time. We can't be going up and down hills just yet. Let's learn how to balance.
You see what I'm saying? That's it. And that's brilliant. And that's brilliant fathering because you're like, baby girl, listen, it's a step-by-step thing. It's literally that. And I think that's the biggest lesson that we learned, where it's like, yo, we're going to get these people in. It's a gradual thing. Mm-hmm. They're going to catch on. That's the reason why you build the catalog.
Absolutely. I was just about to say that. I said the lesson I've learned too is in between projects, share the old work. You know what I'm saying? Re-promote the old work that you had, the previous catalogs. You know what I'm saying? Do some joints where you do previous, you know, you could do even a verse off of an old track and film yourself doing that and just kind of post that. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of keep, even though you may not have new material coming, you can still share the older material because it's new to me if I ain't heard it before as a
exactly.
Consumer, you know what I mean? So,
and I think a lot of people, bro, have an issue with that where they're like, oh, these people have already heard it.
Yeah.
Fuck them. And not on no shit where it's disrespectful, but it's just like, yo, they heard it.
Yeah.
It's all these other people that didn't. And that's something that I'm a firm believer in is an OG told me, shout out Lord Ron from the West Coast. Mm-hmm. He told me, it's like, yo, refurbish, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Rewrap that shit 100 different motherfucking ways, man.
Rinse and repeat, right?
Yes, 100%. So that's definitely dope that you're on that same wavelength, man. Because once you figure that out, man, you rolling.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got a partner. He whenever he's in between projects, he films himself. He calls his series Randoms, and he just basically takes old songs that he already released and kind of films them in different looks where it's just a verse and a hook, and then he shares them and people are like, yo, this is dope, where can I see this? You know, go to my Bandcamp, blah blah blah, and the DJs jump on that. So I was like, that's how you got to do, rinse and repeat.
That's a dope idea. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah, he just films himself with songs that he already released in different angles, different camera views, and like you said, shares it and shares his little link to his Bandcamp for the track. And he says catalog been getting a lot of traction and people going back to buy older work. So, you know, it's we don't people, and I know you know this, but people get, as an artist, they keep thinking like they're signed and everybody knows who they are, right? The labels made them famous and it's old to me and nobody knows us. But I'm like, don't nobody know us, man. We're just like the payouts on streaming. We're the 0.0000001% of consumed music. So you got to constantly just keep going, even when you're not active. Just still promote something at least once a week, twice a week, and people pick up on that, you know what I mean?
For sure. And you got to keep yourself active, like you said, just because you've got some people that's following you and, you know, you have some motherfuckers that are actually listening to your music, that doesn't mean anything. You haven't made it. And even when you do make it to a certain place to find and wherever you decide making it is for you, you still haven't done anything.
Absolutely.
Because now the thing is you have to maintain it. You have to keep a certain level of consistency and stability. So yeah, you got to keep working like ain't nothing going on.
There you go, man. Final question, brother. I always like to finish this one like this way, man. What does success for this project mean to King Shampz? What does it look like for you as far as your success for this project?
Oh man. First and foremost, just dropping it. Because bringing your work to the world, I feel people don't even give that enough credit, where it's like you're really putting yourself out there as an artist, as a person, for congratulations or criticism, depending on what it is, right? So that's number one. And then number two is to really have so many more people than we did the last time. I'm not looking at it from a place now where it's like, it's got to go platinum tonight. Going back to the process, right? Where it's got to go platinum now. You know, I got to have this Kalani singing John out here now. Like, no, that's not reality. That's not where we're at. What I'm looking for is just inching closer to the ultimate goal, which is to dominate our space, which is to give hip hop its powers back, where Raekwon and them was the best artist and nobody cared if them niggas had radio songs. You know what I'm saying? No one gave a fuck. It was like Mobb Deep and them was going platinum off of them just rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to go on ahead and bring back that feeling, of course, with hooks and stuff like that, because we do a different style, but bring back that hip hop feeling with this project. And just know that it's a process, man. Just know that it's a process, that it's a step-by-step thing. Get as many people as we can off this next joint. And it's like this. I'll leave you with this analogy. It's like this, right? Say in boxing, you have guys that they knock guys out in them late rounds. And it's because of the accumulation of jabs and body punches. And they don't look cute. They don't look flashy. They don't look any kind of way. But now in round 10, we seeing them get in that corner a little bit. We seeing them hook a little bit more. And then it's like, oh, the ref waving the fight off. We gearing up for the knockout. This right here is the body punches.
There you go.
That's how we're looking at it.
There you go. That fourth quarter NFL style, right? You just beat them, and then all of a sudden that fourth quarter, run the ball and just wear them out.
It's over. Game over now. It's over. So that's definitely the mentality.
Absolutely, man. Social media, man. What's the best way they can follow King Shampz and the crew?
Oh, yeah. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at King Shampz, KINGSHAMPZ. Follow me on both those platforms. We're highly active on Instagram and Twitter. You know, shoot us a message, show us some love. Check out all of the music that's on all of the platforms. Like I said before, Roz Corleone, The Beginnings, Murder Files, you know, Dawn of the Dead. If you want to go all the way back to kind of listen to how the musical sound really developed and where it originated from, you can check that out on all platforms. Like I said, Twitter and Instagram is where you can follow me. We're going to have all the updates again. Hustla's Renaissance Volume 1 dropping January 27th. It's going to be a hell of a monster, man, for all of the people that are looking for something fresh, looking for something new. Hey, man, come fuck with us, man.
There you go. And I'm an old school guy. I love to support the artist directly. You guys gonna have that on Bandcamp too? As far as
Yeah, you know what? We're planning on a couple of things with that too, as far as the releasing. Yeah, for sure. So we can kind of get into the people that really want to support that old school way for sure.
Yeah,
So we're definitely gonna have updates soon.
There you go. Perfect. Man. I'm a big believer in that, man. The streams are cool. Like I tell people, streams are cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm old school. I like to hold. I like to touch. I like to have the MP3s in my computer so I can spin the records. You know what I'm saying? I'm built like that, man. I just love to support the artists directly because I feel like once you put that $5, $10 or whatever they charge for it, for that project, that helps you guys motivated to want to do another one. So I like to think that whenever I spend my money and keep that ecosystem going, like we was talking about earlier, man. Yeah, man.
For sure.
So if you're listening to us right, man, and hopefully we're probably gonna release this interview before the project actually physically drops, but go check it out. Hustla's Renaissance Volume 1, King Shampz. It's 5 really solid joints, brother. It's a dope listen. You can run it back, you know what I'm saying? Have it on your loop and just keep it going. You hit us in the head right away at the first track with 100, and you just going from there, man. So it's definitely a really dope project. I always say it's in my personal collection now. You know what I'm saying? It's on my phone. It's on my iTunes. So whenever it drops and it's available to purchase, I'll definitely support that. And you know, we just here for you, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Come on back whenever you got something new or you got somebody else in the crew about to drop, send them my way, man. And we here to support you guys. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. I always appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for sharing your platform with us, man.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Man. Always a pleasure to have you, brother. And you know, this is always home for you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. When you coming through the city like we was talking about, hey man, we pull it up for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there, man. I'll be out there. We'll like you said, drink a couple beers or something. All right.
Hell yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. For those listening to this interview, we're gonna play one of the joints off of this project here. And Shampz, man, I appreciate you, brother. And come on back again. All right.
Definitely one.
All right, peace.